Hi, I'm Deb Kashat from Pixeladies. In this video, I'm going to show you the digital parts of making the never-ending card. I'm going to start with the page 2 back file because it's the most complex. Some photos have to face one direction while others have to face another direction. To make it easier, I've put a bunch of photos in a separate folder called Kids Photos. That makes it easier for me to find the photos that I want to use. The next thing you want to do is make sure you've downloaded and opened the never-ending cards. To make the cards, we have to work with layers. So if your Layers panel isn't open, go down to the little arrow next to the More button, click on it, and choose Layers. Now you should see a whole bunch of layers and groups of layers. We've locked some of the layers so you don't change the layout. I'm going to zoom in on the image so that you can see there's a number associated with each box. For example, here's number 14, and if I scroll down, you'll see a layer called box 14. The orientation of the caption and the number is the way that your photos have to be oriented. You'll see for box 12 and 14, the top of the photo needs to go to the right, and for box number 8, the top of the photo goes to the left. Let me zoom back out. The next thing you need to do is open a photo. I like to use the Place command here. If you go up to the menu and choose File, Place, and navigate to that folder where you have all your photos, choose a photo and then click Place. It might take a couple seconds. And then you'll see the photo with a big X through it and a green check or a red cancel. I'm going to use this photo as photo number 8. First, let me just click the green check. And then I want to drag the photo above box number 8. So here's the photo, and I'm going to drag it up and let go right here. This photo is now above box number 8. The next thing I want to do is I want to rotate the image, and I might want to resize it. So I'm going to get my Move tool, and then you'll see the bounding boxes with arrows. And if I zoom out a little bit, go back to my Move tool, you'll see a handle at the bottom of the image. And I'm going to click and rotate that handle so that the top of the picture is towards the left. If you hold down the Shift key while you're rotating, you can drag this photo in increments of 15 degrees. So here I've got it 90 degrees. Whoops, didn't, so let me cancel. Try it again. Hold down the Shift key, let off, click the green check. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put that photo into the pink box. That's called creating a clipping mask. To do that, go up to Layer and choose Create Clipping Mask. What that did is it put that photo, because that was the active layer, into box number 8. See how it's sort of indented that thumbnail, and it has a little tiny blue arrow that points down to the layer below it. And I can resize the photo now if I want. By dragging the corners. And you don't want any of the pink box to show. So I want to make sure that that bounding box is outside of the pink box. When you like it, click the green check. And you're finished with photo number 8. Now let's get another photo. Again, go to File, place, and I'm going to look for a photo I want. I think I want this one. So I'm going to click place, click the green check. Now you can resize and rotate in any order you like. I like to drag the image on top of the box first. So I want this one to go in box number 14. So I'm going to drag it down. There's box 14. I'll place it just above, and then I will clip it. So I'm going to go to Layer, Create Clipping Mask, and the photo disappeared, but it didn't go into box 14. Let me get my Move tool, and you can see the bounding box of that photo is way down here. So if I drag it up, then it appears in box 14. And you can resize it. And remember, the orientation of these small photos is that the top goes to the right. So I need to rotate it again by dragging that handle and holding down the Shift key to get it exactly 90 degrees, clicking the green check, and then I can place it where I want. If I made it a little too small, I can resize it again and click the green check. You would do this with all of your photos. Next, I'm going to zoom in on the image again. If you notice, we've placed a caption label over each photo. This is photo 12 and caption 12, so I'm going to go up to the layer that says caption number 12. If you don't want to use it, just turn that layer off. If you want to add your own caption, double-click on the T and add some text. Remember to click the green check. And if you want to, you can add some styles to the text. You can add a drop shadow. Go back to the layers, and if you double-click on that T, you can change the font here and even the color. Remember to click the green check when you're done. And if you don't like the layer style, make sure you're on the layer. Then you can double-click on the FX icon and turn it off or turn it on or add new layer styles. When you like what you've got, click OK and move on to the next one. I can't even read this number here, but I know it's box 14, so that should be caption 14. Double-click on the T, add the text, click the green check. I can't see that, so let's change the color of that one too. Double-click on the T again, and that's easier to read. Again, you can add your layer styles from the boxes and the menus here, or you can go back to your layer and go up to the menu, Layer, Layer Style, Style Settings. Add your drop shadow. Or an outline. Whatever you like. Continue doing this until you have all the captions filled in or turned off. If you don't want the caption, remember you can just turn the eyeball off. Let's double-click the hand to see the whole image. So there's a couple things you need to check. Make sure that the photo is oriented the same way that the box numbers are. Make sure that there's no pink from the box colors showing. And then turn off the numbers layer. I've marked it red, and I've said, numbers, turn off before printing. So turn that layer off because you don't want those numbers to print on your photos. Be sure and save your file with your own name. I'm going to call it Kids Card Page 2 Back. And you want to save it as a PSD file. That way it saves all your layers, and you can go in and fix an individual photo or caption if you make a mistake. Continue on with all 4 pages, placing your photos, editing your captions or turning the captions off, and then you're ready to print. And here's what it looks like after you've printed it and cut it and folded it and glued it.
Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, back to page 1.
We also teach classes on Photoshop. To learn more, visit www.pixeladies.com/classes.